Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary, episode 32. Today, I'm going to step away from the big girl stuff, and I'm going to use this video and maybe a couple other videos. I'm going to make a couple other videos about the Rittenhouse trial. There is so much more to it. I'm looking at people calling the prosecutor stupid, a boob. He's none of those things. I believe, my opinion, he threw the trial. It's not about a Democratic thing, it's not about a Republican thing. It is simply, in my opinion, about conservative and liberals. This was the conservatives punching the liberals right in the eyeball, gave them a big black eye, because the liberals have been doing a hatchet job on the conservatives. Um, it's so deep, so many layers. And let me just point out this one thing to you. Actually, a couple of things. I'm going to keep this video short. This prosecutor is not stupid at all. No, look. Okay, here. Okay, now just take a look here. Now, let's focus on real quick. He graduated from law school in 1996, and he joined the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office in 1999. He was able to jump right into it. It's not easy to go through the ranks within the government. It's not easy at all. You have to know your stuff. Now, as you look down to the next paragraph, after rising to the ranks of the assistant district attorney, Binger moved on to serve as the director of litigation at the DeMark, Kobe, and Broadbeck law firm in 2005. Now, to be the director of litigation, you're over all the lawyers. You can't be stupid. And that law firm is a prestigious law firm. It's in the top tier, the top number one tier in law firms, and he was a part of it over the attorneys. You can't be dumb doing that. Excuse me. Now, as you look up, uh, then he joins the, what is it called? Then he joins the Kenosha uh, DA. He's the assistant district attorney. And within 2 years, the last 2 years, let me go down a little bit. He had 13 convictions: rapists, murderers, um, drug dealers, child molesters. He just was putting people away that were guilty. Now you come to Kyle Rittenhouse, slam dunk, in my opinion. The boy walked out without even having a parking ticket. He didn't even get a ticket for having a gun. Underage, crossing state lines. He got zilch. That man threw that trial. He threw it. Now I'm going to show you some proof, just by looking at short, small clips of the actual trial. And first year law student would make these mistakes. Just my opinion. There is so much going on underneath all of this. So much. Too much going on. Okay, now take a look here. I'm going to give you a small excerpt. And listen to the defense attorney. Just listen. And listen to Mr. Binger.
Mr. Richards?
Your Honor, Mr. Binger is either forgetting court's rulings or attempting to provoke a mistrial in this matter. He knows he can't go into this, and he's asking the questions. I asked the court to strongly admonish him, and the next time it happens, I'll be asking for a mistrial with prejudice. He's an experienced attorney, and he knows better.
He's an experienced attorney, and he does know better. Very true. If you look at his credentials, I just gave you just a small portion of them. The man is smart. And for him to say the things that he was saying, like Kyle Rittenhouse just was silent. He never said anything when he was arrested. That right there, he's not supposed to give that any of that information out, but he did. Told it to the jury. Just throwing stuff out there.
Mr. Binger?
First of all, Your Honor, this was the subject of a motion. I'm well aware of that. And the court left the door open.
For me, not for you.
My understanding of
You should have come and asked for reconsideration. You did on the one motion, and in fact, I granted your motion for reconsideration.
That was not our motion.
Excuse me. I did. I granted.
We did not move
that
to
was
reconsider.
their motion.
We have not filed any motions to reconsider in this case.
That was their motion for reconsideration, which I denied. But I said I denied it, or I indicated a bias towards denial is what I did. Held it open with a bias towards denial. Why would you think that that made it okay for you, without any advance notice, to bring this matter before the jury? I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence. That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years. I have no idea why you would do something like that. And it gives, I'll leave it at that. So I don't know what you're up to.
May I respond?
Right there.
Yes.
The judge said it. He doesn't know what he's up to. He is throwing the case. He's like, here, defense. Here, take it. Go ahead. Bye. See you later. That's what he's doing. The judge is a fair judge. He is peed off. It's outrageous. Here we go.
We filed another acts motion on this exact issue because, in my mind, and I argued this, it is identical to what was going on the night of August 25th.
Oh, look how cool and calm he is. An experienced attorney. He's confident. He's getting admonished. It's like going off. It's like water to a duck. Pew. Not a care in the world for him to screw up as badly as he's screwing up.
In the sense that the defendant was using this exact same weapon. He was using it in a manner to try and protect property.
No, he wasn't.
Your Honor, with all due respect...
I'm not going to rehash the motion. That's absolutely untrue. No. Your arguments of record, my comments are of record, and why I ruled as I did is of record. There's nothing that I heard in this trial to suggest that anything's changed, even if you're correct in your assumption that you know more than I did at the time. You should have come to the court and say, I want to go into this. Why you would think that you could go into it without any advance notice to the court, I don't understand that. And as the defense is pointing out you're an experienced trial lawyer, and this should not have been gone into.
An experienced trial lawyer. The judge is just saying, look, I know you are not incompetent. You're experienced. Why are you doing all this dumb stuff? Like I said, there's a lot going on underneath. It's not as simple as a 17-year-old boy shoots and kills, 2 people wounds another during a protest. Bigger than that. So much more going underneath it. And look at the people that donated to Kyle Rittenhouse. Ricky Schroeder, which I thought that was interesting. And what he said, Ricky Schroeder said, you know, any father would donate to help his son, and there's a lot going on here.
Your Honor, there have been things in this case, testimony in this case, that I believe opens the door to this. For example, the defense has introduced evidence that the defendant pointed a gun at a man wearing yellow pants because that person was on a car on the car source lot. Now, there's no justification that I can think of why the defendant would point that gun at someone. The defendant has just testified this morning that he agreed with that person in the yellow pants, that he pointed the gun at him. He said, I was joking when I said that to the guy.
Okay, the defense attorney is getting ready to jump out of his skin. But I'm not going to make this video too long. I hope you see what I'm seeing. This attorney, if you go back through the trial, if you go back and look at his performance, he was basically giving Kyle, giving him letting him know what to say. It was, there is way too much here, way too much. That man's not stupid. That man's not a boob. Too many people are looking the wrong direction, misdirection. They're looking over here. They're looking to the left. They should be looking to the right. However, I'm gonna cut this video. It's getting a little bit too long, and I'm gonna put additional sources in the description box. Please look at those. Please look at those sources. There's a lot. There's more information coming out. That boy was simply a catalyst waiting to happen. He was able to kill 2 people. The paramedic slowed him down, and the paramedic asked him, are you the active shooter? He said, yes, I'm going to turn myself in. He said he was going to turn himself in, and he did. There's so much more to this, so much more, and I'm going to leave it here. But I will say this: please give me the HSO special, help a sister out. Like, subscribe, leave comments. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm conspiracy, tell me why. If you think I'm on the right track, please let me know. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Helps the algorithm. But mostly, thank you for stopping by.